Thank you for the introduction, David, and it's my pleasure to present our Coding and Robotics Society at the conference. So this society is led by Professor Xin Tu and also myself. So I'm a lecturer in robotics at the Department of Computer Science, and I'm responsible for the technical support, and Professor Xin Tu is responsible for the management of the society. So first of all, here is a quick introduction to the society. The Coding and Robotics Society is part of the Liverpool Guild so for students' activities. It has been dedicated to engaging students across the Faculty of Science and Engineering with electronics, coding, and robotics at all levels. So from beginners to cutting-edge research. It was established in 2018. It's still young, so 3 years for now, but we have made quite a few achievements. And in this talk, I would like to highlight the experience we have got, especially from moving from these pre-pandemic activities to during pandemic activities, and we will look forward to this after these pandemic activities. So we have received support from the university, and we have supported significant growth of the Coding and Robotics Society. So now we have around 170 registered society members who are students across the faculty from departments of EEE, Department of Computer Science, Engineering, and many others. So we have some 4 members, 75 members across the faculty. So they are actively participating in the activities in robotics training. So we also have this collaboration and competition organized by this society, and we have also participated in the external competitions. So we have got the 3rd prize of Robomaster international competition in 2019, and summer robotics camp at XJTLU in 2018, and also we have participated in the AI challenge competition this year. And all of these activities have demonstrated a very good level of success with the activities, but we have also experienced some difficulties in the pandemic that I will illustrate in detail later. And we have attracted funding to grow the society's activities. We have received £4,000 awarded from Alumni and Friends Fund in 2019, and we have also received £4,000 for travel support from the DJI company. And with this support, so we have also engaged the society with the industry. So for example, the Sensor City and DJI. So here you can see the society was established in 2018, and we have created some activities for the students in the Sensor City, and we have worked with students in XJTLU, and we have got this training, collaboration, and also competition. So you can see this hardware and electronics and also the robots. So in this training and competitions. So the students get technical skills and also transferable skills so that they will be competitive for the employment in the future. And here some other activities we have got at XJTLU Museum, Old Town of Suzhou, and Times Square, and Jingji Lake. And the students visit two science and industry parks and robotics industry in 2018. So the students get a lot of experience there visiting these companies and the industrial parks. And in 2019, so we have participated in this Robomaster international competition organized by DJI, this drone company. We built a joint XJTLU Universal Liverpool team with around 30 students involved and 3 staff members involved from both XJTLU and the University of Liverpool. And there were 173 teams registered from across the world. So there are many worldwide universities such as this Georgia Tech from US and several universities from Europe as well. And in this competition, so we were the only one from the UK or the Europe. So, and it has been viewed quite widely across the world. It was viewed by more than 2 million people in these platforms. And it increased interaction of University of Liverpool and XJTLU students outside of formal learning environments. Here you can see in 2019, it was before the pandemic, so the students were able to travel to China in Shenzhen to attend this competition in person. But later, for this Robomaster International campaign 2019, after that, so we were planning to participate some other competitions. So we have planned for this Robomaster University AI Challenge in 2021, but the pandemic came. So here you can see we have this pre-pandemic meeting at Shenzhen City. It was around like January last year, just before the pandemic. But the pandemic came and we moved all the meetings to online. So here you can see all the student members, so they communicate with each other online regularly to discuss the technical plans, and also they made a proposal to the UA 2021 competition. And here is what the students have proposed for this Robomaster University AI Challenge. So in this competition, we have 2 teams on the left and on the right. So the right team will compete against the blue team by shooting. So it's kind of a computer game, but we deploy this planning and other these technical aspects into these rovers so that they can compete with each other. And by deploying these AI planning algorithms, so the rovers can plan its routes in this arena and can design these strategies to go against the other team. And here you can also see the students have practiced the coding skills as well to make this proposal. So here we just made some simulation to have these robots in this simulated environment. And this proposal was accepted to the UA 2021 competition, but due to COVID-19, we couldn't travel to China for the competition in person. But we have received these real robots, and we have deployed these planned algorithms onto the robots. So these are the robots in the smart lab that I'm leading, and the students can deploy these algorithms and try out different these skills. And through these activities, we have received very good feedback from students. So some of them they told us this is a once in a lifetime opportunity to visit a country with a vastly different culture. That was for the activities back in 2018 and in 2019. And also these Robomaster competitions also provide incredible opportunities for students to demonstrate and develop skills. And also they will arm the students with skills that are required by the industry. So through these more than 3 years development, so we have got significant growth of student society across the faculty. And we have got support for this development of students' international experience, their technical skills, and also employability. And we have created these teams across Liverpool and XJTLU. So we have got these interactions between the two universities. And we have also increased engagement with industry, such as Sensor City and DJI. And it will also increase and enhance the reputation for our university and also XJTLU through the participation of the international competitions. And it will give exposure to a real-world competition as we are deploying these AI algorithms on real roads. And also, it will provide support for the development of robotics related degree programs. Both Professor Xin Tu and myself are involved in the development of a new robotics program at our university, and this is under development. The activities in this society will provide very valuable lessons for developing this program, this new program. And that's all for my talk, and I'm open to take questions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Shan. That was really interesting. Does anyone have any questions? If you do, if you'd like to post them into the chat or raise your hand so we can switch your cam and your microphone on. Just while people type their questions up, I've got a few questions, if that's okay. It's really impressive what you've tried to kind of develop in the society. One thing that struck me was, I imagine that there's a lot of equipment and materials needed, particularly in the development of these robotic technologies. Is that something the society supports students with? So in terms of A, the cost, and B, how to source the equipment and the materials?
Yeah, sure. So we have received the funding support from different sources. So we have received this alumni funds from the university, and as we have received the award from the faculty, so we have received some funding to support activities in the society. And also through the competitions, so we have received the support from industry as well. So DJI has supported us these two robot platforms, these mobile platforms. So these platforms can be used for all the activities across the society. So it's not only for the competition, but it can be used for other training programs in the society. So students can develop sensors or other algorithms and deploy on these platforms. So that's how we provide support to the students in the society.
Okay, great. And particularly for the AI challenge that you showed us, so students developing artificial intelligence, and I imagine that's kind of done in specialist software. Does that open up the opportunity where teams from different countries can work together on the same piece of code? So obviously takes away the boundaries, and they don't have to be actually in the physical proximity of each other. They can do it online. Is that something that?
Yeah, so it is possible to work across the countries, especially, for example, students from the University of Liverpool and XJTLU students. The challenge is twofold as far as I understand. The first one is the time zone.
Yeah.
So the 8-hour time difference is a big challenge for the collaboration for these two the students from the two universities. But it is possible if we find an appropriate time, it should be okay. So the other challenge is how to collaborate effectively as we involve hardware in these robotics competitions.
Yes.
So what we have explored is to have this simulation environment so that the students can create robots in the simulation, and then they can deploy these AI algorithms and models in the simulation before deploy these algorithms onto the real robots. So we have these twin setups for University of Liverpool and as JTLU. So both universities have the same robots. So once we get some algorithms, we can either deploy the models here in Liverpool or in China at JTLU.
Great. Thank you very much.